Oh, we could just film.
Oh,
Did you hit start already? Is that why the light red?
Oh, oops.
The sound is on?
Check.
My bad.
What? Check. Cause you know he don't edit shit. All of this be sitting up there.
He better cut that out.
Got $99,000 worth of video credit and throw the shit up on the internet.
You ain't put anything out there.
You ain't gonna crop none
You
of
ain't
this.
gonna edit your own shit.
All right, welcome back to another edition of FYO.
I think it's a new season.
A new season, yeah.
Season 2.
Yeah, season 2. FYO. Yeah, we've been MIA.
We've had a hot pie summer.
Allow us to reintroduce ourselves. Hi, y'all.
Hello, everyone.
How was y'all summer? It's almost over. We got like 21 more days
Dude,
of summer.
I thought Labor Day is official.
Labor Day is the unofficial end of summer.
That's black folks' days.
Yeah, but
Summer
the
ending.
summer season
Yeah.
doesn't technically end until the 20, whenever the solstice is, 22nd, 18th, something like that.
Oh, it's the end of summer solstice? I did a show at it, so I didn't know that.
The what? Sausage.
You know, because the
Solstice?
show was titled Summer Solstice.
Oh no, I don't know about all that. I wouldn't live
Anyway.
Got a lot to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about.
Had an interesting summer. And they have too.
I had a, what did somebody post? A Golden Girl summer?
Listen, is that what it is?
It wasn't quite Golden Girl, but it wasn't a hot girl summer. It was cool though. I
Anybody
canceled
doing
summer.
traveling?
No. Did I?
I have not been anywhere.
No. Yeah,
I ain't seen a beach.
Yeah, me either.
A pool. I did
Going
see
on
a
vacation
pool,
next
I
month.
think.
Where
I saw a
you
pool.
going? Don't tell us. Some of our viewers. Tell us off camera. Just in grace.
One thing I would have thought he would have brought up, but shout out to Miles and what was it, season 23
Oh, yeah. Goodman League season
of the
23.
Goodman League just
ended.
wrapped. Yes.
Talk about this hot
We'll
girl
be
summer
there.
real quick.
Okay.
I thought it was a stupid thing.
Niggas, I tell y'all.
No, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because most of the girls that was doing hot summer, or the
Were
people that
hot
started,
girls?
yeah.
Well,
they,
what?
They married and
Oh,
engaged
not
and
hot girls. They
pregnant.
in relationships. They out here telling us to go thought and they burned up.
Listen.
And the song is terrible.
First of all,
Now who's it? Okay.
Meg said that hot girl summer is just a hot girl doing what she wants to do. Judgment, opinion aside.
Who said that?
Doing you. Meg.
I don't even know
The
if I've
Stallion,
heard.
that's who.
I've heard
that's
the
where hot
term.
girl
I don't
came
even
from.
know if I've really heard the song.
City girls, one pregnant, one in jail. I was like, well, I guess
yeah.
the jail one could consider.
You've heard the term before. Wayne said it a long time ago, so I don't.
Well, she just won a
How that
VMA
work.
for with no video.
She did.
Chinese ain't politics.
Is this the one that was performing outside of the VMAs?
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I have no idea.
Yeah.
I only saw snippets of the VMAs.
Oh, she's not attractive.
I like some of her music, but I will say that in some of her pictures, she looks like a T.
I'm sorry, what? What? She looks like a
A
what?
T.
Like the actual letter
No,
T?
from the alphabet. You know the alphabet people. She looks like a T.
I think what
It could be
is,
the makeup. It could be the
because I've
makeup.
seen her. I think
It's
what
not her
it
body.
is,
It's just in the face.
and I was gonna say I think it's the makeup.
Mhm.
I think that there are a few celebrities that are able to make. You know, they wear a ton of makeup, but there are some celebrities that look like they don't have a drop on. She looks as if it's very caked on, and it's not helping her case. But we glad that you all are back. We're glad to be back
And putting up with our antics.
and putting up with our antics. We're going to try to get Wing to have us be on a better schedule, because it really be all his fault that we don't be
No,
recording.
She been in Chicago.
I don't even want to hear it.
She got 8 jobs.
Oh, so he
I
mad
do.
because she's Jamaican. Okay, well, cool. So, All right, so we're not gonna be here all day, regardless of what Wing thinks, and so
he trying to make up for the whole summer.
We have to tell him like those weeks are gone, sir.
We're not going back.
We're not going back.
Going this way.
Because, and just so you know, season 1 included R. Kelly. We not talking about him.
Yeah, they got my man. It's over.
And you still don't believe that he did it.
It's over.
Listen to him.
Other news, Dave Chappelle released the joint, Sticks and Stones.
Standing ovation.
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, if you're looking for, because he looks like a 1 or 2 pump type of person. You're looking for a nice, quiet side boo. Okay, I won't make too much ruckus. Matter of fact, I won't make any.
Won't even know I'm here.
Won't even know I'm here. You understand what I'm saying? Because he just doesn't look like he do all the regulars. Like, he don't look like he kiss in the mouth. That's cool. He don't look like he lay up. That's cool. Don't look like he really, like, them cigarettes probably make him go a shorter time distance. So it's like, hey, I got 3 or 4 minutes. You got 3 or 4 minutes? Good. And hey, so Sally Mae called today again. So I just gave your number. So.
We need that check. All right.
Mrs. Chappelle,
So,
I'm totally
Dave
joking.
Chappelle touched on a lot.
Yeah, at least he should have named the special "Fuck Your Opinion" because that's basically what you did.
Listen,
Right.
that
This
was
is true.
I think that was an homage.
Right. And we appreciate it. Thank you.
No, it was great. He touched on a little bit of everything that's.
If you haven't watched it, you can stop listening.
I was going to say, you
Yeah.
might want to pause this until you
plan
do.
on spoiling the fuck out.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to talk about it.
So I think a lot of people have, I think it's split down the middle. Obviously, he's a comedian, so when people think of comedy specials, they think that they're going to be, gripping the sides and I can't breathe. Oh my gosh, I'm crying. That wasn't what this one was.
I think that depends on the viewer.
Well, I don't think.
If you grip your side off this, you need to.
I've heard.
You're easily amused. But no, I think he was able. I like the brilliance that he was able to turn these very serious situations into something funny. There were a couple like that I did, but
a couple of belting from the gut, from the diaphragm.
I had a couple of those. The silent
Some
laugh.
dry heaves.
I had a couple of those, but as far as it wasn't a Tyrone Biggums type of laugh. But I'm always amazed at any comedian. I'm always amazed at any comedian that's able to take some very difficult conversations and turn them into something that people feel okay laughing about. And I think that that's truly an art. I had mentioned on my Facebook that it was a little bit of crude humor, but I think I might disagree with that because my level of crude humor is, shout out to my boy Corey Holcomb. I love you. I know I did not. That's crude humor. But Dave Chappelle, I enjoyed the stand-up because he was able to turn a lot of the things that I've talked about and mentioned, like in my close-knit circles, and that sometimes I feel like a lot of us are thinking, but we don't have
the guts.
Not even the guts, but the right words in order to describe it. Because I'm sure that there were some that watched it and thought that, I think that that's crossing the line, and I don't think that that's funny. But I do think that a good number of people, just from what I've, just kind of spoken with people about, were able to be like, you know what, he's right. Because I feel the exact same way, but I was never able to say it like him. Mm-hmm. And so I think that the people that are saying, well, it wasn't funny, I think that that's just a very literal view.
It was funny.
I think that that's very just like a literal view of comedy specials, but
I think, I agree with a lot of what you said. I think that, like he said in the special, it's
You
got
clicked
to-
on his face, nigga.
you clicked on my face.
Right.
It's it's comedy.
Yeah.
I'm a comedian. I'm here to tell jokes. I'm here
Mhm.
to find the humor in the
Yeah.
things that aren't generally
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
That's what he does, and that's why he's the legend. I'll say that he is the great that he is, because he's able to do that with topics that most people won't touch.
Right.
And like he said, I so very much appreciated the what do they call the thing? The when you act like somebody else. Impression.
Okay.
The impression that he did
Yes.
of the audience.
Yes. Yes.
At the very beginning. It
Yeah.
was on point. You can't say or do anything at any point in your life and move past it.
And when did we get so sensitive?
Right.
Social
When
media.
Why though?
Social media.
Social media provides a platform for you to really like speak your mind. So if that's part of social media, a big part of social media, why is it that what's happening right now has changed us, that we're scared to voice our own opinion? Like what is that? And then on top of that, we're so sensitive. And people love to call me sensitive, but at least I'm able to look at a comedy special and realize that it's just supposed
It's
to be
just
comedy.
supposed to be comedy.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's
like
not putting your situation into the
which
story.
is what happens so much.
We're not talking about you.
Oh
we're not
my
talking
god! And
about
that's
you.
it's so like exhausting to have a topic or a situation come up and people within their first situation. Well, I can't. Nobody's
Conversation's
talking about
over.
you. Conversation's over. Nobody's
Conversation
talking
is
to
over.
you or about you. And I think that that's so ridiculous that we've kind of gotten to this place where, because I remember I don't know exactly who, and I'm sure several people have made this comment, but like the comedy specials from our greats, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, you know, like some of those people wouldn't have even made it in 2019, and because they would have received so much backlash for what they've said and what they've thought. And I'm just really trying to understand like how we went from that, and we'll look, and somebody in 2019 will look at an old Richard Pryor stand up or old Eddie Murphy stand up and will die with laughter, like cannot breathe, tears coming out, you know, shooting out milk across the room. And then
But that's the thing. They were able to be racy and offensive and vulgar in that time, and it was almost okay. Did a few people have something to say? Sure, but there wasn't a whirlwind of cancel, you know. Now you're canceled because you had an opinion, and a comedic opinion at that.
Even some of old TV shows, Married with Children, In Living Color, a lot of those shows wouldn't have made it past first or second season.
Hated
just
it.
because, you know, like Handyman, like
Listen.
definitely. I mean,
Fire Marshal Bill.
Bundy, Al Bundy fat shamed the fuck out of all women for the entire duration of the show. You know, and now it's like everything
is taboo. You can't have an opinion if it can possibly offend anyone.
So what's gonna happen with that? What is gonna happen? What do you all see happening long term if we're starting to like censor everything and we're being offended by everything now? What's gonna happen in 10 and 20 years? What's gonna happen?
It's gonna get progressively worse.
But what's progressively worse? Like it's just gonna be all one. First of all, I think that all of
the vocabulary is gonna be cut. Half the words that are in the 90 million word dictionary that we ain't gonna be able to use. Just because it's going to have a new meaning or an old meaning that's going to have a new offensiveness to it. You can't say anything.
You can't say anything. You can't say faggot.
I was going to say, and that's what I was very good. You can't say anything. So like he said in the special, you can't say faggot on television because you're not gay.
You say nigga all
But
day.
he can say nigga with impunity. I love that he said it. He said, "Why I can say nigga with impunity?"
What do the faggots have to say about that line?
It made me, when he said that though, it made me think. I was like, so gay people can say faggot on television,
Right.
Okay.
and then niggers can say nigger.
That's not how it works.
Because that's basically, I mean, but like he said, he stopped and asked her, why can I say one and not the other? And if that's the reason, then that means all the rules are different.
I mean,
Depending
I
on
know
who it
it
is.
wouldn't have been funny,
And
but
then-
I would have loved to have known what she said when he asked that. Like, I know the
Which-
story
right,
would have
but
just
he
continued
did-
and continued and continued.
He left that
but,
out,
like,
I think.
I would
It's
have
probably a good
loved to
thing,
have
but
known
what her response was
what
to
the
that.
response was.
Well, Karen.
Right.
I'm not a nigga either.
Karen, if you could drop down in the comments.
Karen, holla at us. Somebody
Like you
find
said.
Karen in, what was it?
Right.
Something in policies?
Yes.
In
let
that
us
department
know.
of the FCC, I guess it was.
Yeah. So let's see. What was your favorite part of the stand up?
My favorite part was probably what did I say earlier. Dang, yeah, my favorite part.
Okay, well, you forgot.
I don't
My
know that
favorite
you
part
said
was
this.
I did, but
Did he? I don't remember.
R. Kelly.
no, not R. Kelly. I actually like the Michael Jackson part because I actually agree. I've been saying that for years. I didn't believe them people either.
Can I say, hold on, I have to say, when you talk about people saying things in the way that you, and it wasn't any special way that he said this though, but I think that sometimes I am probably also what's known in the street as a victim blamer.
You know what? I didn't realize how much of a victim blamer I was until I watched the stand up, and I was like, "Oh,
I do that.
I am too."
do that.
But you know what? I think that victim blaming has turned into if you ask questions.
If you can't ask any question, that's all it is. Anybody who asks, you can't say anything. If somebody says this happened to me, you have to take it at face value. If you ask any question, you're a victim blamer.
You know, it's funny. When for those of you that follow Yee over here, when you had posted the picture of the guy, your tenant,
The car.
the car, and someone had written the word rapist on there, and I think a couple people in your comments was just like I could see that they were immediately going towards wanting to blame him for being a rapist, and I don't think I commented, but I remember reading some of the comments and thinking to myself, so nobody's ever keyed a car before and know that like this is part of the process. Like you
And
say
then, and
shit.
then
You know what I'm saying?
to inflame. You want it to be
right.
You want people to respond to what you've done.
You want to embarrass the owner of this car.
Absolutely.
Most rape victims don't write
Right.
on a car.
Rapist.
They usually just don't.
They don't. They haven't even accepted the fact that they've been raped.
So I just thought it was kind of crazy. I don't remember who it was. I didn't pay attention to it, but I was just kind of like, damn. But it just kind of it goes to show that like people will go and they'll hear one thing, and a lot of the times the people that are road runners, sometimes I really want to like sit them down and be like, where did it come from?
How?
Where did it come from? Because even if you are a victim of sexual assault, you have to know that like there are just as many cases of people completely drudging up a story
Falsifying stories.
about
Everything.
you know, like
Anything.
I understand that you are hurt. I understand that maybe the person that did something to you wasn't found guilty or was not brought to justice. But because that didn't happen in your life, you're going to pretend like you don't know that sometimes
people lie.
Sometimes people lie, and sometimes women, when they want to get a guy in trouble, that they know that they
How
can
to go about
that
that
particular word.
Yes.
In
Absolutely.
order to make what they're saying credible and what they're saying not credible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that that's so weird that people in 2019 are still like, they're not asking questions. I'm not saying that I immediately believe either party. I just,
We're gonna wait to see
That's
what
it.
information comes out before you make a decision,
that's all you
one
have to
way
do.
or the other.
I mean, and I think his example of the famous French actor Juicy.
Juicy Spouye.
I think it was a perfect example.
It was a perfect example.
Perfect example. I am so amazed at the people who thought that this nigga was getting a sandwich at 2 o'clock in the morning in Chicago in the winter. Like,
Who in the world been to Chicago? And how many times have you seen rope?
how many times have you seen rope? Like, I'm just like, you know, and I knew people that were asking like the most inappropriate questions, like, there's not even such thing as a 24-hour subway. Yes, there is. But that's not the point. Okay? They're open.
It's not whether they
but
were
ain't
open.
nobody in them bitches. Like, that's not the point at
Especially
all.
not an actor walking on his own at 2 a.m.
In negative 16-degree weather, you're an actor walking in the city of Chicago. That's what they have assistants for. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm
that
just,
was my first thing. There was not a single
who
person
in the, that's just
who
like,
you could have sent to Subway for you.
right, that's just like saying, Uncle Barack. Uncle Rock is like, you know what, I'm hungry. Secret Service, you stay here.
You stay here. I'll be fine.
Shell, you stay here. I'm
Do you
gonna
want
run up
anything?
to Subway.
Does anybody want
I'm
anything?
personally gonna run up to Subway. And I'm not even saying that he's just as, like, he's definitely not on the same celebrity status as Uncle Rock. However,
She say Uncle Rock.
Yes.
One more again.
hey Uncle Rock. But like, no. I'm listening to the story. I'm just like, are people really running with this? I mean, I know Taraji is probably like, this nigga got me on the TV.
Got me.
And
We called it first.
I think that she was happy she only put out that one post though, that one supportive
Go watch
post.
episode 2. We called it first.
Because
He did.
speaking of him,
you wrong.
so when he did that part, he was like, everybody was mad.
But
we
here's,
were
let me
silent.
tell you how
There was
crazy
so
I
much
am.
truth in
Let me
the
tell you how
silence.
crazy I am when I was watching the special. So when he first said it, I didn't know who the fuck.
I know.
I was like, Juicy. Who the fuck
Just
is
soon as he
Juicy?
said Juicy
So,
Spouye, I said,
I
wait
didn't
a
even get it when he said Juicy Spouye. I had to put the captions on. And when I read what he was saying, I died immediately. Because I just couldn't even. Oh my gosh. Who gave him that? Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself.
Juicy
Spouye. Because, oh my goodness.
Not only is he French, he's black, and he's gay.
He's a gay Tupac. And he fucked back.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. Let me see. My favorite part would probably. Did we get to yours? Did you say Juicy?
No, I
Juicy
said
was yours?
Michael
Oh,
Jackson.
Michael
he said
Jackson.
anything about
Okay,
Michael
so let's talk about that really quickly. So, I guess here's my thing.
Because he was right. If anybody, if I'm a pedophile, yeah, I'm hitting Macaulay Culkin.
First of all,
What you're not
First
gonna
of
do?
all-
Listen to me. No, that's not.
if I were a pedophile,
No, that is a sentence. That is something you should never start your sentences off with. If I were a pedophile, sir, go to bed. No. Okay, I never thought from the direction of like Macaulay Culkin, but I did say anybody that was like born after. Okay, so Thriller had like a lot of success, right? Thriller came out in what, 82, 83? Okay.
I only know that because The Girl Is Mine came on Music Choice like today or last night. It was on Thriller and it was
Okay.
for the year.
So Thriller was a major phenomenon. Like, just kids knew it, adults knew it, like everyone knew it. And that came out in 82, 83. All right. Not saying that Michael Jackson wasn't as big when he passed away. The probability in 99 or 2002 or 2005 of a 9-year-old asking to go hang out with Michael Jackson, of all people. Not, I don't know, was LeBron out there?
Or 2003.
I'm just saying, like, of all the people that were, like, big in 2003, for someone that was, like, 8 or 9 or 10 years old to say that they wanted to hang out at Michael Jackson's, and not that he wasn't a big star. He absolutely was big. I mean, he had already...
But at 9 in 2002, that's not who you were
That's
entertained
not
by.
who you were entertained
It's not who you were
by.
listening to.
You
It's
know
not
what I'm
who's on your
saying?
radar.
And so, for me, it was like, when you really peel back the layers, the parents walk
to
their
have been.
kids into the lion's
So
den.
take me back, because I haven't followed this greatly. So the accusers in the documentary are in their 20s?
Yeah. It's the one famous one. He's calling people to boycott Netflix.
Okay. I'm saying, if you're saying they were like 9 in 2002.
I just even remember back then. I remember, like, right when, the height of the accusations started coming out. I'm looking at some of the accusers, and they were, like, kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, even back then, I just didn't understand how they even got. Now, these are the same people on the same social media now that let them tell it their kids can't go over. No, they friend's house in the same grade. They can't go over there because they don't know the mother and the father. I'm one of them, by the way. But, like, my kid, they come over my house because I be scared. But, like, everybody now apparently knows how to, why would
Properly
this,
parent.
you know what I'm saying? They're proper parents and why.
I would never.
But people was sending their whole child over to a grown entertainer's house, like.
And then let them go on tour. Out of the country, flying around. It's crazy.
They went to Hawaii.
They skipping school.
Listen. I don't know the feeling that a person gets when they
Jordan, that's his name.
rub shoulders with a pedophile. I would like to believe that I have never rubbed elbows with a pedophile. But I'm really just trying to figure out what could be going on in my life where I would leave my 16 and under child to go on a world tour with someone as famous as Michael Jackson and be okay
Without me.
without me. Because if anything,
We can
if anything,
go on tour.
if anything, they'd be like, Michael
This is
Milan,
neglect.
where's your mom? She's on tour with Michael Jackson. I haven't seen her in a couple months. Like, if anybody's gonna be on tour, goddamn it, it's gonna be me. If anybody's gonna be molested, it will be me. No, like,
He touched me inappropriately.
right.
On my
Get
kneecap.
over there, do it again.
All right,
Do it one more time.
we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with some more
Of
to
our
say about
favorites.
Stick and Stones. Sticks and
Of our
Stones.
favorites. Are we back?
All right, we back. FYO, we're back. Talking about our favorite parts about the Sticks and Stone Dave Chappelle special recently, aka Fuck Your Opinion.
Okay. Which topic we want to touch on next?
So my favorite part was the I just had it, but I don't know how to say it now. When he was talking, so he started off the segue talking about how in his last special he had mentioned that women were going about.
Me too.
Was it Me Too or was it like their
About
right?
women's equal rights.
Equal
About
rights.
equal rights.
And so then he touched on Me Too, and he had basically said that we were right as far as wanting, like, obviously we deserve equal rights, but he said that the way that we decided to go about it was going to hurt us more than help us. The Me Too movement for me has always been, I can't really say that I'm a fan. I think because it's too all over the place. It's like there's just so much extreme. And I don't know, maybe I feel that way because I'm usually the sexual harasser at work. So maybe
Keep the focus
that's,
away from me.
you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's the reason why. But like, I knew that there was something wrong with like the way that it was being. I think the focus in the beginning was like a lot of women were talking about you. First of all, you didn't realize how many women that you knew have been sexually assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
It started off with that. Me too. I have also been a victim of whatever. And then I don't know who did it or what happened, but then it just kind of, it went left. And then it started like throwing everything in the body. It was just like a jambalaya of ideas. And now you can't say anything, you can't do anything, you can't feel any particular way.
Can't look any particular way.
You can't look a particular way. And I think the problem is...
You say hi to a bitch.
I think what the problem... So am I just looking at it wrong? Like, is the Me Too just for women? Because men have been sexually...
Men say Me Too.
They're
just saying Me Too, but I think it was originally women.
Go back to what, episode 1 or 2.
It was originally
I was
women.
trying to start the What About Us movement.
Okay, you were not. That's a lie.
I was. Go
okay.
over there. What about us?
You did not. Yeah, no. But
What about Kel?
So
every time.
But okay, so are they just not? So it's just women. So
I think that was what
male rape victims and sexual assault victims.
I think it was supposed to be women, but I'm sure that I'm not sure. I imagine that as the movement has gone on, the women leading it and women in general are probably open to allowing anyone who has been assaulted to be a part of the Me Too movement, because that's just what women do. We're inclusive. So if it happened to you, then yes, you too.
Okay, but I feel like the issue though is that the movement has made such a stink almost of dividing men and women that
it makes it difficult to want to be equal.
Yes, I mean, and maybe that's what I have a hard time like saying, because I'm just like I'm not getting it. I can put my finger on it that something is wrong, but I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm pointing at, because and I think that's what he talked about in the special. Is like, yes, you're absolutely right. The you should have equal rights, but the way that you're going about it by slamming anything with, or going against and slamming anything that has a penis is not the way to go about it. And then
or things that in some way or on some level have to be separate,
right?
And in them being separate, because they are separate because for whatever reason that particular thing we can't be equal.
Right.
The example that he used was LeBron playing basketball in the WNBA. Like if he decided, it went from the transgender thing, but that's how he got into the equal rights thing. If he decided that he was a woman and he wanted to go play in the WNBA,
would they honor it?
And score 140 points a game,
right?
Now it's a problem.
Right.
Now he can't be a woman, because if women were as good as men,
physically stronger than men, right?
There'd just be one National Basketball Association and we would all play in it. But because we aren't,
right,
it has to be separate.
And in some cases we see that. What is the couple transgenders in high school and college that are doing the wrestling,
the track,
right? And the track, they are smoking the fuck out of the women that they're running against, and they're winning in every single category, at every single event, at every single meet. And now it's wait, but that's still a man.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I've said it before, black women are the biggest advocates for this.
Yes.
This LB,
the L's and the T's,
the alphabet people. They are the biggest supporters of this, and that's nothing wrong with it. But like turning a blind eye, right? Turning a blind eye because you want to have, a best friend that you can gas bitch with is not going to.
Yes.
It's not. You're like. It's really like cherry picking.
It's one of those things where it really needs to be black and white, but some of us are insisting on making it gray.
Why though? Like, what is the point of it? What's the point of making it gray?
To prove that we can be equal or
Which I can.
should be equal.
I can't.
I'm not absolutely sure.
I just feel
That
like
can't be
in
equal.
certain situations,
Because I'm-
it's very easy to say that something should be equal, right?
Because it's-
To a man and a woman doing the exact same job, putting in the exact same hours, should
Absolutely.
be making the exact same money. I
Absolutely.
think that that's so fucking simple.
Simple, black and white.
But it's not simple to try to bully me into say that you, sir, with a beard and a penis, now have decided to put on a dress and lipstick. And you should be able to have the exact same, like do the exact same things that I do. I tell you a topic that I wanted to talk about, but we didn't meet over the summer. All women's fault. Have you heard about the, like they're trying to get it so that men can now have, like the female
A
reproductive.
uterus?
Yes.
I saw the headline.
I don't even
refuse
listen.
to read
Y'all
the
can
story.
see that little fucker running around here on Earth if you want to. I'm not watching that alien baby come. I'm not fucking doing it. So y'all can sit up here and play like nobody would be looking at that thing like it had. No. There is nothing good that could possibly come out of that. I'm sorry.
Because are you then mom?
Tom. The
Like,
argument.
why must we mess with
Always.
science like this to this capacity
Which-
where there are so many topics that need to be discussed?
Which
like,
takes us to what he said, which was we can do that. We can have it that way, or we can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the latter. 'Cause that can't be equal.
I
That won't be equal so bad. Start changing some tires. And,
I mean,
listen, I'll change my tire.
I mean, Paul
I'll
Bear,
change
something
my
like that.
tire.
Excuse
all
me,
the
sir.
time. I ain't carrying no
those
case.
are very simple changes. There are plenty of women that
I'm
can
not
change
carrying no
tires,
casket.
but
Change
I am.
There are plenty of women that can carry caskets too. I just ain't want them.
oh, yeah, I need to start carrying
I don't have any interest in carrying a casket. They have these very nice contraptions that they sit on and you can roll them. I don't know why.
I'm tired of both of them.
I don't know why anybody would want to carry a casket.
I just.
Change these brakes.
I don't know. I saw the humor in it, of course.
Y'all don't even want to pump gas.
But goddamn, for sure though. Lord knows I know.
I don't mind it per se,
saw-
but it pumps itself.
Right. I just so I definitely
That's
saw the
Wing's
humor in
phone.
it, but I also saw.
Alright, just FYI.
Do you want
It's
your phone?
Wing's phone.
I
It's
wonder
just
if
buzzing
it's
and
Captain.
ring a ding
Prince.
dings. Oh, but yeah, so
That's
speaking
incredible.
of equal rights, he also talked about abortion.
And I thought that was hilarious. So I'm not gonna mention the group that I'm in on Facebook, but there's often talk about. I've always had an issue with like forcing men
To be fathers.
to be fathers when the conversation has never like really come up. And I used to do it. So for those of you that know me and are watching this, like, hold on, bitch. 5-6 years ago, you was all on KT's ass. No, you're right. But I had a very like sit down conversation with myself and was like, you know what? This like no, I can't force him to be involved. I can't force him to be a father. And I just think that it's really kind of crazy how on one hand women will say it's my right, it's my choice. If I want to have this kid, I should be able to have this kid with no problems. You can't stop me. But then in that very next breath,
Take away his rights.
you take away his rights. Like,
Because as Dave so eloquently said,
if
you got the right to kill it, I at least got the right to abandon it.
And is it fucked up? Absolutely. But it's the fucking truth, though.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Why would you want
Nobody wants to hear that.
trap a person into
Anything.
anything? And the reason why I brought up this group that I'm not going to name, so that conversation will come up, like, you know, fathers that will quote unquote abandon their children or whatever the case may be, and I will see a lot more women that think that is just the worst thing possible, and it is fucked up. You know, I'm not saying that it's not. The kids didn't ask to be here, and if you didn't want, this is my favorite line, if you didn't want a kid, you should have used the condom. Y'all do know that men
We're also
aren't
talking about choices.
Right. The men aren't the only ones that are responsible for condoms.
Absolutely not.
Do people know this?
I think they forget.
So the only thing
it's convenient.
The only thing that I read when somebody says that is like the man is the deciding factor of whether protection gets used. But then in the next breath, you'll hear people say how they don't want this disease and that disease and this, and they don't want this disease, and AIDS, HIV is real out here. So wait. So if he would have gave you anything else other than a baby, then
not so bad. That's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
But
I can carry that by myself.
Okay. Is that I just think I think it's so weird.
I can handle my HIV all on my own. But if I had this baby, you have to participate.
And I think that's a sucky way to go about trying to have some like makeshift family, because that's what you want. And even though I found the humor in it, I felt like Dave was correct.
Listen.
And I'm the only one with kids up on this panel.
I guess when he said it, he's like, I can at least abandon it. I said, no, wait. But okay, I can't really argue that point. I mean, when you put it like that, like I don't get to tell. He doesn't get to tell. A man doesn't get to tell a woman whether she can or cannot abort, unless you live in one of those 8 states that just passed this really ridiculous abortion law. Because also, as he said, if you have a penis, you really shouldn't have even been in that conversation.
Right.
You just shouldn't. That wasn't your conversation.
Right.
That ain't your fight.
It's not.
But if a man can't tell a woman or stop her, if he doesn't get to make the decision in whether she aborts or not, then we can't then get to make the decision. Us or the courts shouldn't automatically be able to make that decision.
Right.
And whether in that man's right. He has the right to abandon that child.
It was a couple months ago, Carmelo Anthony was in the news for allegedly not being in the life of an alleged side baby that he has. And I remember there was a lot of, in the same group, there was a lot of uproar about, actually the focus kind of shift to Lala, which I thought that was so fucking ridiculous. But out of the, we'll just say 200 comments, about half of them were, kind of like shaming Carmelo, and he's fucked up for not being in that kid's life, and he's a deadbeat and blah blah blah, and all those things may be true. All those things may be true. However, I was the ass that kind of posed the question of, okay, well, if it was good enough for the side chick to live in total silence and in secret while she was fucking this woman's husband, why is it now?
And your anonymous baby.
Right. Why is it now that the baby's here? Know me and know my baby. Wait. But it was like you was okay with sneaking and sneak texting, sneak calling, sneak spending the night, sneak doing all of this shit was sneak.
But now you decided that he has to show up in real life in public for this baby.
And I think that's
wrong.
I do kind of think that it's wrong. I mean, it took two to tango. This is true. And they both knew what was going to happen. Obviously, if you are sleeping with anybody, you sleeping with anybody, you not having no protection, you not pulling out, even if you're pulling out there's always going to be the possibility it's going to be on the table. But Lil Mama knew what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I got the chance to sleep with Carmelo Anthony, hell, I'd have a baby too. So.
I'm
Lala.
just saying.
But I'd keep my mouth shut. Call me Carmelo.
Never know she exists. Never know she exists.
She just be at the. I just need to show up on the. I just need any
We're gonna
time
put
that
baby.
I
We're gonna put that baby on the sheet like blanket.
And when she wants to go to that private school,
Pay for it.
cut the check. That's it.
That's it.
And that's all. But no, I again, I saw the humor in it, but I thought it was spot on.
It was spot on.
Yeah.
I would have to say that I think that one was one of my favorite parts. I also thought the part. Lord, I just drew a complete blank. Y'all gonna have to help me.
It's this loud ass fish tank.
That needs to be clean.
Right. Can't see shit up in there.
It's foggy. What was my favorite part? Jesus, I don't know. I like the whole thing. It was the I think I guess that was probably it. The abortion
Yeah.
of Me Too.
I can't say that I had a favorite.
But
It
over
wasn't. It
everything,
wasn't
like, it was just
slap
really
your
good.
knee like.
It was real comedy.
It was.
It was real comedy. It was the truth of things in a way that was palatable.
Yeah.
And humorous.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think. Well, I'm gonna take. Well, the whole thing was good. I like the opening. I like how, and I think that's one of the things that make the stand up great. Generally, when he does them, this one, the last one, all of them, the way he tells a story, the way he opens his shows, the way I mean, all comedians, kind of link their jokes together, like they run into each other. But the way that he tells his jokes, the story in them, like the way he opened with the Prince song.
Okay.
That went into the Anthony Bourdain and the guy that he's known forever.
Listen.
And
I'm such in awe at anybody that
It
can
was
take something
just-
as serious as suicide and turn it into comedy. You have to respect a hustle like that. You just have to.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be slap your knee funny, but if you just did one of these, like that's still a big ass accomplishment because it's not too many people that can take something as harsh as suicide and you find yourself by the end of that punchline with a or even just a knockdown, drag out laugh. Mm-hmm. It's like that is an art. That is a skill, and you have to give props for something like
Absolutely.
that. It doesn't have to be it wasn't funny. He dealt too many, he talked about too many real world issues. Look at the skill though. That's a talent.
And
yes.
the way in which he did it is phenomenal.
I think I'm gonna go into the comedy world. I gotta figure out my place.
Dave,
call me. I need
Dave
some help
Chappelle.
because I watched his other stand-up. Well, I don't even know if it was. I guess it was a stand-up, but he talks about how he arrives at a lot of these jokes. So when he thinks of something, he just kind of writes it down and he said he has his fishbowl and he kind of puts all of these things in. So he doesn't know if it's the beginning of a joke. He doesn't know if it's the end of a joke. He doesn't even know.
I remember saying that.
Yeah, he doesn't even know where he's going with it. He just kind of puts it in there and then he'll come back to it and see if he can kind of build around that joke. Mm-hmm. And even though that story in itself wasn't funny, it just made me think like, man, that's awesome as fuck that somebody could take an idea like that, because I've tried to do that, but then I'd be like, what the fuck was I thinking when I wrote this shit? Like,
it never makes sense at any point.
Throw it out, and
it never makes any sense.
It never
later,
makes any sense.
But for him, everything,
right?
It all. I remember saying that, and I was like, and that's the thing that makes, like I said, his joke telling, his storytelling. He puts it's jokes, but it's one complete story, and he starts here, and it all comes full circle by the end.
Yeah,
it all correlates to something else. It's dope.
Yeah, so it's dope. Well,
right.
Good job.
So we're
gonna close that out. Next week is about Wings Love Life. No, I'm kidding. I want to talk about it so bad, but we're not going to. Which
we're gonna let Dave have this episode. That was good.
Yes. Shout out
That
to
was
Dave.
So let's
Shout
break.
out to
We
Dave.
come right back. This fish tank got making me run to the bathroom.
Oh, we're gonna
so
do
it
one
has
more part.
nothing to do with the beer
we're
and
gonna
water.
Do, like it or not? Is that
Yeah.
what you call it? Like it or not? All right. We'll be
Is
right
this
back.
something new?
Yes.
I can't wait. My
She
bad.
doesn't pay attention. You ready, boo?
I am ready.
All right, so we're back, and we're gonna switch it up. It's not like it or not. We're gonna call this segment "How You Feel."
Okay.
How you feel? So,
It might change next week because that was
how
that
you
was
feel?
Really on the
How you
fly.
feel? It was. It might be something else, but
It
this
might be-
week is what it is. It's how you feel. All right, so.
So the first one is, so since there was a major craze about this Popeye's chicken sandwich, it made $23 million in a couple weeks.
Ooh, yeah.
After everybody got a chance to try it.
Yes.
Yes, I did, and I'm here for it. I'm
How you feel?
actually waiting on it to come back. I mean, not eagerly. Like I'm not showing up at the Popeyes. Like, hey, y'all got chicken
Y'all got a
sandwich?
chicken sandwich.
But when I see that first
When
commercial,
they announce
when I
it's
see that
coming
first commercial, where it's like, guess who's Bizak? I'm gonna be like, ew. I will be there.
Draw everything to me crap. The lines is crazy though. It's crazy.
Listen, the trick is, I'm about to let y'all know. You gotta go, like, right before,
neighborhoods.
less black neighborhoods, and right before, like, what is considered lunchtime, because I used to go.
There early, like
I used to go to the one in Mind Your Business. Thought I was gonna tell you. Fuck no.
She don't want y'all.
I don't want your asses there. But I used to get there at like 11:15, and they had sandwiches. They had enough. The line wasn't as long, and I was able to
The regular old Popeyes.
regular old Popeyes line. So
I had it. I thought it was okay. And this is why it was okay to me. I don't do condiments. So
I thought she was gonna say another thing. I'm like, oh, we switching gears back quick.
what do you think I was gonna say?
You don't do condoms.
And how would that correlate with a Popeyes chicken sandwich?
I'm about to write down. Oh, that's some new shit.
New
Okay.
shit. Yeah. I'm not big on condiments. I'll have some barbecue sauce with my chicken strips or something like that, but generally my sandwiches are what is considered dry. So for me, I can't have it spicy because the spicy was the sauce, and I don't eat that stuff.
Okay, well.
So I just had it with the pickles, and I put what is Popeye? Popeyes has sweet heat. I think I tried that on it. It wasn't so great, and then I tried something else. The shit needs some veggies. And
It
a piece
do
of
have
cheese.
veggies.
It has pickles.
Pickles is a vegetable.
I said veggies, multiple.
Don't need no
More.
Like
It
lettuce.
needs some lettuce and tomato, and some cheese. It's a sandwich.
And some cheese.
It don't need cheese, but that's
Well, no,
how I
nothing.
eat my chicken
Right.
sandwich everywhere else.
That thing right there better than sex. And I'm
So if I
pretty
had
good
to
at it.
choose between,
And I was trying to get to this. I was trying to figure it out.
No.
Remember? I wanted to. I was
Mhm.
trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
He said it's better than sex. So that answers
So
a lot of
it was
questions.
it was a good chicken sandwich. As a chicken sandwich, it's funny to me because I had it like 3 times, and
Yeah, I
then
had it
all
3
of a
times.
sudden, but that was before anybody. I didn't see a single person posted on Facebook. I had it 3 times,
Rashawn
and
Edwards
then one
is the
day,
one that did it for me.
I don't know who posted
Yes,
it.
I saw
All of a
that.
sudden, several people were Popeye's chicken sandwich, and I'm like, that shit like 2-3 weeks old.
Yeah, I had no
I had
desire
it.
to try the sandwich because just off of the way it looked. When I first saw the chicken sandwich, I was that motherfucker on the picture. It looked like this height, and I was like, that could not possibly
Be edible.
be good. It couldn't possibly be good. But I was actually very surprised that it was as good as it was. Now, as far as in comparison to Chick-fil-A, I'd actually say that it's better than Chick-fil-A sandwich, but I think it's only because it's new. I think that if any, for me,
On a regular day.
I'm choosing Popeyes over Chick-fil-A simply because I've been eating Chick-fil-A sandwiches for the last,
Right.
X amount of years. Is it
So
a
it's like
better
different. It's a switch
right?
up.
Is it a better sandwich? I don't know if it's better, but I know for right now I'm choosing Popeyes over Chick-fil-A because I guess maybe the exclusiveness of it or the newness of it. The flavor definitely is there, but yeah, I fuck with a Popeye sandwich right now. You know what I'm saying?
I choose either for convenience, I guess. Well, Popeyes doesn't have it now, so we ain't.
You
choosing
got to
Popeyes.
choose one.
Generally, I would choose Chick-fil-A. Like I said, because for me, all I'm getting is chicken and pickles, so there's nothing there. I'm not really getting anything from it.
Choosing Popeyes.
There's nothing special about it to me.
Bread is a little soft.
However, at the end of the day, just for the sake of this conversation, I'm choosing Wendy's of all that shit. Period. Because if you're gonna say spicy chicken, then the chicken should be spicy.
Leave it up.
Spicy shit.
The chicken is not spicy. The sauce is spicy.
Yeah, chicken is
Oh, well, shit. Whatever spicy works for me.
It is.
So
And $4, can't beat that. Chick-fil-A,
You
$10
cannot.
for a sandwich.
first of all, the
Listen.
sandwich is the same
You
fucking
get-
price.
You get 2 sandwiches. No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. You just
Definitely
always go to Chick-fil-A and get a meal. That's why you spend $10 goddamn dollars.
It ain't $4.
It is $4.
I think it's pretty similar.
It's definitely $4. It might be $4.20. Like it might be $4.19 or something, but it's in the same
So
price
we have
area.
a Chick-fil-A, Popeyes. But switching gears, so has anybody tried the Roaming Roosters chicken sandwich?
I have not. I have never heard of it. So that's the one positive for me out of this whole,
Never heard of it.
social media thing that happens is that it
Popeyes said people trying all kinds of
it
shit.
encouraged no, well, it encouraged got journalists to write up, these articles, 10 places in DC that are better. At least these are one I saw. They might have done this in other cities too, but DC journalists, a couple of them, wrote these articles, 10 chicken sandwiches that are better than Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. Or they might have just said better than Popeyes because that was all the rage. Whatever it was, Roaming Rooster was on that list. It's black owned. It's in DC. Apparently they have like 4 food trucks.
Okay.
And that's how it started before it had the brick and mortar. So heard it's really great. I have not had the opportunity to try it, but shout out to them if you're in the area. Check them out.
I
don't
want to
know
try
where
it.
is.
I hear
You're gonna have to use
it's
Google.
a good sandwich.
I heard it's a very good sandwich as well. What was it?
Oh, so just hot talk. I don't even watch the show, but I heard both. I heard the song, the Power intro, the new one.
I don't watch the show either.
Whoa. You don't watch the show? Okay, well, we're not having this discussion.
We talking about the song.
No. Why y'all watching the song if you don't even watch the
We're
show?
not watching the
We ain't
song.
watch
We're
songs,
watching
just
social
talking,
media, and
so,
all
yeah,
you
we
N-words
already
was
did.
talking about was the Power
You
theme
have no
song.
dog in this fight. You don't understand where it comes from. Joe's version was the old Negro spiritual. And
Old
and
Negro
yes,
spiritual.
I mean it came from the soul. You say they say this is a big rich town. Yeah. I just come when you do that, when you do that with the throat, you know what I'm saying? That's soul right there. Trey Songz,
Ain't got no soul.
it's very.
What you not gonna do is come for my boo.
I'm coming for him. First of all, here's the question that should be asked: why do people keep borrowing money from 50? Like, at what point do you just say,
realize
I
that's
don't
not what
want
you
no
wanna do? I don't
problems?
know.
Like,
Listen.
who keeps doing this? So, I think is that a spider? Ooh. I'd be willing to start a
Oh, so that's why
GoFundMe.
that's why he did the song.
That's what 50 says. That Joe owed him some money. But I'm not, listen, I'm down to start me a GoFundMe for Joe so that we can get him back on the line because I cannot take Trey Songz vocals. It's like having Kiki Wyatt and Sierra singing. I mean, it's just, one got the
Ma'am.
range, and I love Sierra, but nah.
You're not gonna do Trey like that.
I am.
Trey, nah, you're not gonna do Trey like that.
It's very Rogers that computer lovish. I'm getting a lot of computer. I'm getting a lot of computer love vibes from Trey Songz's version, but
right. Well,
yeah.
we ain't gonna do that when Wayne didn't do his research first. Right.
I did my research.
Um,
I don't like it.
You don't like what?
I'm gonna watch something that like Slime. I don't like Slime. He even got 50 rapping soul. He changed his tone.
Oh, the 50 part changed it?
Yeah, it's a little softer. A joke, right? But I do like A Boogie part. So maybe put A Boogie on A Boogie in the song too. You listen to the whole section. You don't even listen to the whole song.
No, because I heard that garbage and I fast forward.
Get to the show. Get to the show.
I'm not even finna deal with this. I actually need to watch it before motherfuckers get to spoiling shit.
Indeed. Don't go online.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Well, apparently hasn't been changed.
That's how you sound. Oh my gosh.
He's not changing it back. He was just humoring people.
I want him to change it back.
He's not doing that.
All right.
Hey, Joe, how much you owe him,
you
Joe?
can want it, but he's not gonna do it.
Yeah, how much do you owe? Oh, can we get this GoFundMe going? Because we need Joe back on the line.
That's all we got?
All right, last one is I don't know her name. I don't want to call her.
So he just pulled out. So he just pulling out topics.
Her who?
Jeezy and
Jenny Mai.
Jenny Mai. The real.
I feel away.
Ooh, what you feel like? Ooh.
I'm just mad. I didn't realize he'd broken up with the baby mama. I missed that memo. So I didn't know he was
sick.
sick.
She was going to start talking race. Okay, well,
I want to feel a way about it, but I don't really care.
I don't care either.
I ain't gonna say I want to feel a way about it, but I don't care.
I don't care either. Maybe if it was someone else, I would care about it, but I don't. I don't watch The Real. I just know of Jenny Mai, and Jeezy. Sorry. They look like a cute couple, but I didn't know. I didn't know that we was congratulating folks for going together.
I ain't either.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't
it's
either.
not like the picture that's being circulated is they engagement photos. Like they just go together. Why does Spider keep getting close?
And it was
that's right there. Right?
Oh, I see it. Excuse us. It's gonna land on the table. That's why it's not getting close. It's just dropping down. But yeah, no, I don't care. I didn't realize him and the child's mother weren't together anymore, which is fun, ma'am. It's funny because he just did an interview on the Breakfast Club and they were talking about like dating or whatever, and it was I felt like he kind of avoided it, and I thought that was because he was just being private about the relationship with him and his kid's mom, because I thought they was, and he's always been private about it. Like he never talked about it, so I didn't. Now I'm playing the interview back like, oh.
Do you think that this is gonna be like a Diddy situation, where Diddy was dating all of these women, but Kim Porter was always somewhere in the background, no matter who he was dating and where he was going.
So do I think the baby mother's in the background? Oh, I don't know. I don't know enough about their relationship. The Diddy and Kim thing was public. Like we all, knew about that and the babies and all of that stuff. So it was a little bit different. So this time I don't really know. I don't know if there was an overlap.
What you got to
or
say?
If there was because I remember the rumor that they were dating because she had posted pictures on like her Instagram at a party.
I saw that.
So I remember the rumor, but that was months ago. So I didn't think nothing else about it.
She said that they were both still, they hadn't made anything official. They were still in the getting to know each other process, and they were having fun.
And all my friends, because they know, how I love Jeezy. They was tagging me in posts.
So what you got to say, Wayne?
I was gonna end it.
Well, we said Diddy, so. Diddy Lord. Diddy and Lord.
Oh, Jesus.
They say it's over now. She says
it's over already?
She said she came out and said he's too old.
She didn't.
So basically, she was trying to follow in her mama's footsteps and
realized it don't work for her.
Once he put that old man breath on her, she was like, I don't want to be bothered with
Listen. Oh, I'm sorry. Back up.
Go.
I'll talk about it next show.
Should that have been an issue though?
It shouldn't have been.
Should would have been an issue. Age?
Yeah.
I mean,
I couldn't do that.
That's the issue. That's the personal
How old is she?
preference.
22.
20. No, she's a little bit older.
24, maybe 24.
24 and Diddy is what, 47? 48?
Mm-hmm.
24 times too.
I attempted it. 2 years ago, I went out a couple times with a guy that was then 53.
And you're how old?
I'm 38 now. I was 36 then.
17.
That's not that bad.
17. I mean, the 20 something is worse, and 17 was too much for me. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know how she even considered 20 something.
I mean, because I think I don't really follow their relationship, but she
Celebrity.
probably just considered it because of who he is.
'Cause
If he was 48 working at Sam's Club, it wouldn't have,
Right.
wouldn't have
Yeah.
happened.
Like, because it ain't like he don't look 48. He
Right.
looks 48.
He very much looks 48. So
Yeah. So I mean, it's not for me. I've always dated older. Not that much older. I think I had capped at 10. Capped at 10 years. So this one was he didn't look 53. He looked 47.
Oh, okay.
Something about that 50, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're 50, you look 50, but he didn't look quite 50, but
Right.
close to 50.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, and it was more, it ultimately ended up me not being compatible more than it was his age.
Yeah.
I did think I was hesitant
So
with
she
the
also
age.
came out
but
and
it
said he
more
was a
about
little
being
too controlling.
compatible.
Well,
So who was controlling? Did he?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know that?
Yeah, right.
I'm sure her mother was
Right.
coaching her, but
Mm-hmm. She must not have been coaching well because she would have been able
well,
to
you know,
coach
if you ain't
through.
built for it tough for that life, then you
But
just.
she should have known her daughter too. Like you brought, you know what I'm saying?
But I think, like at this point, like this is Diddy's like trait. Like Cassidy was
Cassie.
Sorry, my name. Cassie. She's over 10 years
Yeah.
younger than him, right?
She's close to 20 also.
I don't think she's.
She's like 27 now.
Is she
I
27?
was gonna say Cassie's not 30.
That really?
Yeah.
But they no, that's not possible. They were in a 10-year relationship. They started dating when she was 17.
Probably.
No, with
We ain't gonna do
Oh,
no
well.
probably on Diddy.
well, he said 27. I said she's not 30. So I mean, she might be. Maybe she's 32, something like that. But it's
This
still.
is the power of the internet. So
It's
y'all
still
keep on-
quite
y'all
a
keep
few.
on talking.
It's still quite a few years in there. I don't know if it's 20 years. I feel like she's right at 30.
I read this. I saw this video where this Hotep said that Cassie was Diddy's slave.
Okay.
And the reason why they broke up now is because she did her 10 years.
Oh. Well.
So, did you see, you went over earlier, you didn't see this, but I can't believe this. Corey Holcomb. No, you got a podcast.
Cassie is 33.
Okay, I said 32. I said maybe 32.
I was
Okay.
6 years old.
Because that's what
I
I was trying
was 6 years
Because that's what I
old.
was trying to think. She was like 22, 23 when they got together. So that's why I was thinking 32.
And Diddy is 49.
Okay.
So 49.
So
24.
17 years.
Yeah. So that means he was 39 when they started dating, and she was
22.
22, 23. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I knew she was over 21, but not much older. But yeah, so, I mean, to each his own. She, it's funny y'all bring that up because people made a thing about, her wasting time or whatever with that man.
And she did.
I mean, but, that's one way to look at it. That's my new line. People keep saying she could have been having fun. She might not have wanted anything significant at 22.
Right. But she wasted her time. It's cool. But they're right.
Why did she waste her time? She did. Maybe she was doing what she wanted to do.
Who in the hell gets in that type of relationship?
What
at
type of relationship?
22?
What type of relationship? Committed?
Yes, with somebody that was still hung up on their baby mama. And they were together for 10 years, and the twins are how old?
12, 13.
Wasted.
Let's
Look
say
up
how
how
it's
old the
wasted.
twins. I mean, she. Hold on.
So let me ask y'all this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
Delilah.
And Jesse James, right?
Mm-hmm. You could have just put Combs twins. You probably would have got the same
Yeah,
thing.
So is it possible to, because y'all said still hung up on the baby mother, so you think it's possible to be in a relationship?
And be hung up on somebody else?
Yeah.
I think that the hung up on is a narrative. That's an opinion from somebody on the outside looking in. I don't think that, and they're probably basing it on what he said, but I think they may be misinterpreting it wrong, which was that he loved her and he'll always love her, and she was his soulmate. I
What's
believe
the
that.
question?
Can you be in a relationship and still hung up on somebody else? And if so, what's the point of being in a relationship?
So the answer to your question is yes, you can be.
You absolutely can.
Sure, you can.
What's the point of being in a relationship when you hung up on someone? What's the point of it?
You want to be in a relationship.
You want to be in a relationship, but you don't want to be lonely.
You don't want to be alone.
Yeah, you'd rather take what you can get than to just kind of deal with.
So you settling?
Yes. Yeah.
Possibly.
How did she waste her time? I just feel like, considering that we know now, what she wanted, which was the marriage and the kids and the, you know what I'm saying, like, considering that that's what she's getting right now.
Know that that's what she wanted though?
So quickly afterwards.
Do
Yes.
we know that that's what she wanted though?
Yeah.
For the whole 10 years, did we know
Yeah.
that that's what she wanted?
Yeah.
I don't think she knew that was what she wanted at 22.
We did. I don't believe any 22-year-old could want that type of serious relationship.
What type of serious? Is it that type of serious because it was 10 years?
Yes. Yes. And his twins are 11. So yes, it was a time waster. Because she had to have been pregnant right around the time that they started dating.
You know, there's another child that was born within months of those twins, right?
And she ruined her career.
Her career was already over.
Damn.
Her career was already over. Singing wise, she could do some acting and some modeling, but that music career wasn't never really going anywhere.
Is that the That was the only song she had, right?
Me and You. That was the only.
That's what it's called.
That was, she had a couple. She had an album or an EP.
Oh, they all got albums. Everybody got albums.
Oh, you just said was that her only song?
No,
Was that her
I'm
only
saying
hit?
like it was that. You're right. Okay, so maybe that was it.
That was
the only
that
hit.
was her. I feel like there was one more.
There's one more.
But that was the bigger one.
That he is the
There was one more, but that was the bigger one. But anyway, I'm just I'm trying to think of myself at 22 because I feel like I wasted my 20s not being in a relationship. So it's subjective. It's you know what I'm saying, or subjective. You know what I'm saying? That
Did
might
you have the option
that
to be
22
in a
she-
relationship?
I was adamantly opposed to a relationship. I wouldn't consider it.
And you feel like you wasted that time because you weren't even going to entertain the thought of being in a relationship.
I'm saying that I wouldn't necessarily say wasted time, but I'm saying that what is one person's idea of wasting time might just be what it might not have been a waste of time for the person. You know what I'm
She
saying?
wasted her time, and that's the end of it.
I'm saying she did what she wanted to do. At 22, she wanted to have a man that would take care of her, and she didn't have to do anything. So that was what she did. And then at 32, she decided she wanted more. So she ended a relationship, and she went out and found more. Why isn't that a possible narrative?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I can admit when I'm wrong. We're going to hurry up because it's camera, though, so she can't gloat about it.
All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap up.
Oh, before we go, one more.
Not one more, but I did want to throw in this point the part about Dave Chappelle that I wanted to make, which was the joke about the R. Kelly joke about the video when the lawyer read the transcript, and he was like, he should have said it was 36-year-old pussy.
36-year-old pussy.
And everyone known he was lying because there's no such thing as good 36-year-old pussy. I almost lost it. I was like,
that is.
I was like, hold up. What you not gonna do, Dave?
Yes, rest.
And say that this vintage ain't, yeah. Shout out to Charlamagne. All right, so we gonna wrap it up.
One last point that you was gonna make.
You gonna let him do it?
Another question.
What's the question?
I had to get to her because I was just watching the VMA the other day and I didn't know this. I never knew this, but I learned something.
Spit it out.
Lizzo. I didn't know she was black.
What do you think she was?
She sounded white on because I was in the 99.5. So.
Oh, you meant her voice.
Yeah.
Okay,
didn't
so
know.
I didn't
know she was big.
I didn't until she was on the BET.
Whoa,
Awards.
whoa, whoa, whoa! We not. No,
Abort.
put your finger down.
Abort.
A person can sound big on radio.
No, I'm just saying. To be how big she's big.
Oh, I
And-
thought you
He's
meant
saying-
size.
No,
okay.
she is. So I'm size. But
He's
I'm saying she's
that her
big.
level of success
And they
at her
don't
size
push big people no more.
is
Yeah.
not.
Where's she from?
No idea, but I'll go with him on the thinking she was white thing. The first song I heard was Juice, and
Yeah.
I didn't know who sang it, but I thought it was a white artist.
The first time I heard it, I had went to go see, I think, Palms, the movie Palms, and the ending credits was that song.
Okay.
And
Which song? Juice.
Yes.
Okay.
And I knew she was black. But I didn't know her size.
Yeah,
but
I
I, didn't,
thought- I
but
just-
I
I
don't
had to play the
normally
song
think
on
about
radio.
artists' size when I hear their song. Like, oh, they sound fat as fuck. Like I don't do
Bye.
that.
But yeah, no, I didn't. So when she was on BET Awards, that's when I found out her name and put a face to it. I had not seen her or anything
Okay,
before that.
I like her.
I've been listening to the album. I like the album, but yeah, I definitely from Juice I definitely thought it was, and it has that pop beat.
Yeah,
That's
it was
more
very 80s.
Pop,
That I liked.
yeah. So
but
I guess that's probably why I was thinking Meghan Trainor-ish.
no, I definitely
Style.
knew that whoever was singing it was black. I just didn't know what they looked like. But that was
Based
that
on
was
what?
me.
Lyrics?
Yes, and
Okay. The only thing I knew was the chorus.
True first sound white.
what was the joke from Bad Boys? You know, you got too much bass in your voice. You got. Does anybody have? You know, when they're talking about white people,
Yeah.
like it was just a little
Right,
low
right.
for
The
me.
way you
So
gotta- the way you gotta
so
talk down.
listening to her singing, it had a little bit of a
Well, she
Had a little
says-
African American,
hello,
little African American in there.
She'll be highly offended. She says she's a rapper.
Okay.
But she said she's a rapper.
She's highly offended because Future and Juice WRLD called her out like she's not a rapper.
And she said she is a
like,
rapper.
I'm a rapper to do the same thing y'all do.
I'm not. She does some rapping, and some of her songs are talky, if that's the word. I mean, you know, like
She down a bottle of tequila on the VMAs
They're she
in the middle of a
she
performance.
down
She
to something that was in a tequila
Oh
bottle.
yeah.
I do not believe she took Patron to the head on stage.
I think she's so pretty. I wonder where she's from though.
I do not believe she took. She had that bottle up there for a minute. That would have been like
Whoa,
six shots.
whoa,
She would
whoa.
have passed out.
What did you say?
I want to know what she weighs.
Goodbye.
And we're
Thank
done.
y'all for watching.
We're done.
We'll see y'all in the next
We are
episode.
done.
Fuck your opinion. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend.
We
to
still
tell a
looking
friend.
for our 100 subscribers,
Are we? I need
even
to check,
though
but
we ain't been on the air. That ain't the point, damn it.
y'all should have still been
Spread
watching
the
the
word.
episodes. See y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
We need an outgoing song like, hey, my bros,